Welcome back, peeps, to Mind Over Matter. And again, we're here with another Teacher Hall part two. Yes, this is, I really don't know how many parts there is in this series. I'm thinking three, maybe four, who knows. But for now, this is part two, and I have some really great, fantastic finds. You've got to jump into Dollar Tree when you've got a moment. If you are a teacher on a budget, this is the time to do it. Mid-June to late June, they start to get, or Dollar Tree starts to get small shipments, and sometimes they have no idea, or most times they have no idea what they're getting, and so they start to put out all kinds of different things that you've never seen. And it's not even close to back to school time. Back to school time, obviously, they have a whole display of everything that kids need, from college students to elementary students to high school students, and all kinds of supplies in between. And the teacher section gets full, and they get packed, and they get nice and stocked up, and it just is it's so exciting. But I'm starting to notice that it's starting to get organized now, so I jumped in there as quickly as I could, and I picked up a few things that I knew I was going to need for my classroom, and some things that I plan to stock up on as I continue with the transformation in my book corner, or my library, my class library, plus the drawer system that I'm trying to put together for my student groups. So let's just jump right in. We've got a few essentials that I pick up every year. I picked up some 8 blank notes, and this is just a generic pattern, nothing inside, but it's great for sending notes to thank a parent, or to send a happy birthday card to a student, or even for team members or other teachers on staff. If you need a card that doesn't have anything in it, this could completely be used for any type of occasion. And then we've got a thanks one. I like this one. It was very simple. It's blank inside. And it's great because I send lots of thank you notes to my parents when they send in extra supplies, if they sent in a gift, if they've come in to volunteer in my classroom. This is great to have on hand, and you can send one home with their child. So next thing is, I've got some planner things in here as well. I couldn't pass up on the washi, so found the Lips Cute Kiss washi and the cupcakes. I'm trying to get this to focus. And then the rubber duckies. Aren't they so cute? I want to say I already have the rubber ducky, but I'll have to go check my stash of washi. All right, so I picked up these glow-in-the-dark lanyards. They are sticks with lanyard. I don't know if you can see the lanyard pictured around the hoop here. And I've actually hauled this before in a couple of summer preparation videos. This is part of my students' gifts, and this year I think I'm just going to go very simple with it, and we're just going to call it their power activation wand. And they're going to get this with your future is bright type of note sitting on their desk with all their information when they come and meet the teacher. Last year I had what was called a power pack. If you missed that video last year, I will link it below in the description, so you can go check that video out as well. I did something different this year. I'm just going to go very simple. Since I'm still teaching 3rd grade, I just wanted to keep it, at the minimal. They're going to have lots of things on their desks, and they're going to have tons of treats as they're starting school. So this is a perfect little gift to say welcome and hello, and I'm glad that you're in my class. Some other things I picked up were some twine, some baker's twine. I'm actually putting a gift together for my team. This year I am 3rd grade's team lead, and so I've put together a few gifts for my team. There's about 9 of us teachers, and so I needed some baker's twine to wrap some of the cute labels that I have for their gifts, and that'll be a video as well, but it will not be posted on my channel until right before I'm going to give it to them, so that way they don't have a heads up on what they're getting. I also picked up some book rings. Now, a lot of teachers have hauled these, and I have actually seen teachers use these for vocabulary rings. I have tons of these in my classroom that I'm already using as vocabulary rings for either science or social studies or math, or even in reading. But these are actually going to be used for my book shelf. for my library. I'm going to use 2 per label and hang them off of the bins that I purchased for my book shelves, for just to get everything nice and organized. I want these to hold the labels, and that way nothing is being taped onto the bin. I can just and the best thing about it is that if I need to change the label for any reason, all I have to do is take the ring off, change the label, done deal. And the best thing is that the labels are going to be laminated, so these will hang off the end, which is great. And some of the bins I hauled earlier in a different teacher haul are these, and so the rings will hang off the edge up here and the label will be right here. So that'll look really nice and sharp against the blue, and the labels are white, so it'll just be nice and bright, and students can find their books and their levels. It'll be super easy. Picked up a Sharpie marker. I just was in the need for one, especially because I was working with crate seats and wood. That'll be a different video. This is new. I found these, it's like a little paperweight. You could put a picture in it. I loved it. So I plan to put a picture of either my daughter. I could probably put a few pictures within the ring here and just put this on my desk. I have an actual shelf behind me that has her pictures and several pictures of my student classes from years before. So this will look really nice. And that's my last name's initial. Found these awesome notebooks. They're just starting to put them out. Nice and lined. Very sturdy. Love the pictures. This one says, just do more of what makes you happy. This one is make today ridiculously amazing. So I love those two, and I plan to use these for meetings at school this year. Just something that I will keep handy, and I can take it with me wherever. If we have a meeting in the morning, if we have a parent conference, whatever, I have these 2 notebooks that are easily accessible. And the last things I am so excited about. First things first, though. These 2, they are in different colors. They have the file folder there's all different colors. They have black, orange, I want to say blue, pink, and I want to say this teal color. But sometimes if you get the file folder or the longer one, this one they said was more for like coupons, and this one more for receipts is what I was kind of watching a haul, and I kind of saw, okay, they use that for receipts. I actually watch a teacher who uses these 2 different sizes. One is for receipts, and the other, actually this one's for receipts, and this one's for any type of notes that parents have sent that don't need to be sent to the office, which I thought was genius. But at my school, we have something different where our PTA is very, very involved, and there's always, thankfully, a grant that is gifted to the teachers. And so if teachers save their receipts up to a certain amount, and it's also usually linked with a fundraiser that we have every year. So you're able to collect that small grant plus whatever percentage they are giving the teachers from that fundraiser. They'll cut you a check for whatever you've spent, but it has to be that certain amount. So what I plan to do is keep the receipts for that in this small little pocket, and then in this one, teachers get what's called a teacher card at the beginning of the year, and it's usually loaded with a certain amount, and you have to keep the receipts. There's just no way around it. You have to keep the receipts, and anything purchased on that card has to be something that you will use or have used for the classroom. So with that said, the receipts have to be kept at the end of the year. You have to tally them, they're totaled, and then they're put into a file and sent to the district. So this is my way of making sure that I stay on top of my receipts for both of those items. And I love these colors, and these will be really easy to find in my teacher desk. Okay, so last but not least, we've got, I was thinking about my border. I don't have bulletin boards on the outside of my classroom in the hallway. What I have is a bulletin board strip. So most teachers will decorate this strip according to their theme or whatever really cool border they have. So I found this solid blue border, And this was a 14 pack. And if you notice, the border is pretty thick around. Now, I picked up some other border the other day, and just to kind of give you an idea, this is a little wider than this one. But I loved that they're carrying all different kinds of border, and you have to go now because they're stocking up the teacher area now before they put out the back to school stuff. So with this border, and I actually traveled to a different Dollar Tree to find this, they had these sparkly paper cutouts that say POW. And so most of you know, and if you don't, and you're just joining me, my classroom theme has been a superhero theme the last 2 years, and I plan to keep it. So on the strip outside of my classroom, I'm going to hang this solid color, and then I have 10 in each pack. I'm going to strategically measure it out so that each student has a POW symbol or sign and their name underneath. So when I go to hang up their work in the hallway, they each have a spot, and I don't have to figure out where I'm going to hang up their work. So that is that. I mean, look at that. Sparkly. And then, of course, speaking of sparkly, they have come out with all these new border. And what's really crazy is that last year I bought, like, I want to say through Oriental Trading, I bought a pack of 3 different colors. And I want to say it was yellow, blue, and red. And I paid something like $11 for those 3 colors. And I had to kind of mix and match to cover a small bulletin board, which it just didn't make any sense. So I love these that I picked up one of each because I can mix and match with what I already have in the classroom. So I picked up the gold. I love the gold. It is so pretty. And you get 14 pieces of the gold. And then you get the same 14 pieces of the blue, the red, silver, and the green. I love the green. The green is actually very similar to the gold. But aren't they so gorgeous? I loved these colors and picking out these borders. So I have a nice stock. I haven't had time to buy border, except for last year, and it wasn't worth what I got. Honestly, if I have an opportunity, I will do a quick video and show you what it is that I purchased. All right, the last thing I got was this banner. Hello, isn't this awesome? They have motivational banners. Now, if they brought these out last year, I did not see them, but this year they've come out and they've got some really nice ones. And I love this one because it had the superhero colors, of course. And the saying is amazing. The only limits in this life are the ones you make. And this is actually going to hang above the strip where the work will be hung. So it's just going to be nice and decorated all year long. I don't have to change it out for any type of holiday. It's just going to be bam, superheroes. This is it. This is our classroom. We are heroes. We're walking in students and we're leaving as a superhero. And that's our theme. It's been our theme, at least for my classroom, for the last 3 years. So they walk in a student and they leave a superhero, and they love it. So my next video will be another teacher summer haul on some other items that I picked up, including some more of these book rings, but also some magnets and some frames that I plan to use at each group. I also have a crate seat quick little tutorial that I put together on how I created my crate seat covers. And my last but not least part of the series will be a tour of my classroom as I start to get ready and get things back in order for the beginning of the school year. I will also be filming vlog style some of the things I'm preparing through my printer. I'm going to print a lot of labels and laminate and get things ready so that when I take all this stuff back into class, it's going to be ready. So leave me a comment in the comment section. What was your favorite superhero? Now that we're talking about heroes, when you were growing up, who was your hero? And it doesn't have to be a comic book hero. It could be a person. It could be someone that you love dearly. It could be your spouse. It could be your child. It could be anybody. Let me know. I'd love to read all about it in the comments. And until next time, see you later.